hello. How goes? We got an SFT hosted by not me today. Means some easier management for your boy Anticity. Now, fortunately, I am very tired today. I don't know how much I'll be casting bonus games and doing all that. If I have the energy, I will. Probably not. It's been a long week, man. The Warcraft 3 tournament grind is actually brutal, man. These games. It was like a 50-minute long game yesterday. It's crazy. What's up, Abby? Joshua, Peaceful Romancer, Norskin Monkey. What's up? Yo, playing vampire accounts today. Exciting. Up against Serika. Again. Yo. Vampire accounts. It's always Serika. Every single time. The Valley of Lies. What is that? Whoa! Crazy map. Alright. Once it turns tournament, it's in 2 days. It's in 2 days. And then after that, I probably have to focus on the channel a bit. Get some videos out this month. Gotta publish some videos. Gotta do a bunch of stuff. Mura, what's up? Hello. There he is. Wait, it's not showing the game. There we go. Ahem. Whoopsie daisies, I forgot to declare my faction. Oh crap. Also, my chat box is slightly out of position. There we go. Corafdir, what's up? Yeah, vampire counts. I feel like I got practice. Got practice with them. You can't look at a 63% win rate, 2% lower than Slanesh, and not try to learn the faction. Clearly they're OP, or at least worth learning. At least they are probably worth learning. Alright, now Wood Elves. So they have many tools. Shut down air game. That part's pretty spooky. They got some Lord Snipe shenanigans that they can do. Am I really worried though? Am I really worried? The Torrent of Warhammer? The Wood Elves? I feel like I don't know. Maybe not Torrent. I feel like it doesn't mesh quite well. Torrent is too tanky. It just doesn't vibe right. You just see how you approach it. Probably Cav Max, let's be real, right? When in doubt, Cav Max. But yeah, this is definitely this is a toughie. This one's a toughie for your vampire counts. Alright. I got some insanity plays, alright. It'll be sick. Only dogs. Dog Max. The dogs used to be so good against Wood Elves. Nowadays though, with the backfield summons and like the cheap cavalry. Followed my Warriors of Chaos guide for beginners, working Great to get into domination. Ah, hell yeah. I wanted to get more of those videos out. Yeah, I just need the energy, man. I feel so drained learning Warcraft. Like, every game is a trial. Not that I'm not having fun. It's just like, man. Tired. So tired. Enough complaining, though. Let's, Recaroni some wood elves. I have a variety of tools. Okay, this would be a crazy idea. Does this work? Does this work? I don't know. I don't know if it actually works. It's kind of insane. Are arrows of Kurnos limited in this format? It's not. What if he double arrows of Kurnos me? Well, we'll just get full captured, right? That's not a big deal. All Blood Knights all the time. Okay, Blood Knights do have that missile resist out of melee. They have anti-large. That's it, though. That's all they got. It's kind of disappointing. Okay, so how do I feel about this? I should take Karen race, right? No, no. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not here to immediately lose. Man, Karen race though. What a meme. What a jokester of a unit. Cav max vampire counts. I'm very tempted, I'm not gonna lie. I'm very tempted to just take a infinity cav. Like, the cavalry here are kind of insane. Okay, that has to be a good option. And this has to be a good option. And then I can take, here you go, one of these, one of those. Alright. Expenditures are looking decent. And I have my core units, which will do pretty well. Get some of these. We're gonna go, like, you know, we're pulling out the tech that Maximilianaire typically goes for, with a little bit of our own spice. Just a little bit more. Black Knight Lances are so crazy here. Yo, Black Knight Lances are crazy in general, man. Lance Cavalry for 1,050 is pretty nice. It's pretty nice. It's like ultra cheap shock cavalry. Alright, let's take a look-see. I do have a Mortis engine in reserve this battle. We'll see if that can cook or if it cannot. Alright, looks like a pretty close quarters map. When you think CA will introduce a new legendary hero for vampire accounts? Give it a few years. Give it 3 years. Because the next DLC has to be vampire accounts, right? They haven't gotten a DLC in ages. Which means that their free LC hero is probably even further away. Yo, honestly, I don't know how you deal with the Lance Cavalry. I don't know what you're supposed to do. Stas. What's up, Stasic? Hello. Alright. And so it begins. Number 1. Game number 1. I have some zombies of the extra physical resist entity count variety. I have a million spears to hopefully ward off his cattle. We got 3 Black Knight Lances, double White King, because who doesn't love double White King? They are amazing for the price. And Scab Scrat, you gotta be kidding me. But yeah, as long as I make good use of them, I think we'll be okay. Ready? Good luck, have fun. I think this is mostly gonna come down to the Cav micro, because he's gonna summon his counter cavalry to deal with me. Oh yeah, and I brought Curse of Years and Von Hells. no healing. Maybe it's crazy. Maybe it's a bit too crazy. But I'm thinking, right? Maybe I can catch him. If he doesn't expect it. You gotta make some sort of crazy plays. So I can slow him. And then speed boost my cavalry. And then he dies. Brought Kemmler, because he's as cheap as a necromancer, more or less. But he has slightly more HP. Happy to see your stream. Happy to have you here, man. Throwing with the magic selection. Okay, I guess I could have taken like a Buna or something. I could have taken like a Flock of Doomcaster. Could have done a lot. But you know, it's a tough matchup. You gotta make crazy plays. So he has Glade Guard. Arcane on Foraging. At least he wastes some money on Tempest. So he doesn't have anything to kill my cavalry. Pretty crazy considering he knows I'm a Cav Max enjoyer. Oh, there's a normal recruitment point here. That's crazy. Points are pretty big. He has a whack load of infantry on it. So this tells me I could probably just run him over with the cav, right? You can probably just run him over with the cav. Just get some Black Knights here. Yeah, let's just do that. We got Kemmler on the point. So, yeah, this should be fine. What does Overcast do here? Alright, adds effect area. Cool, cool. You just Arcane on Forge my butt? Alright, it's fine. Let's go. So he's spamming out the Dryads. Makes sense, makes sense. Kemmler has to back it up before he gets murdered. Alright, here's the play though, right? So you group up our cav over here. We group up the cav. And then we Von Hells. Dance Macabre. There we go. Here we go. Get them, boys. Get in there. Get in that cookie jar. So we're just gonna charge there. Go about. Double Scab Scrath. Right down the pipe. There we go. Get our cavalry in. Kamala should be fine. Alright, did he go way too much range units? He might have. I feel like he went way too many range units, man. Only now is he getting his cavalry in. That's pretty crazy. Get Curse of Yeared. Alright, there we go. Huggos are here. Maybe I can pull some of my cav out. It's a little awkward. He's definitely holding the line fairly well. White King's gonna need to get in there. But a lot of his infantry are kind of just collapsing, right? I guess I'll throw down another Von Hells over there. White Kings are doing fine. I just gotta not get murdered by his lord here. And I think we're fine. Maybe some Fell Bats. Without any range, too. He's gonna be hurting, right? He's probably gonna be hurting pretty bad. Alright, Kemmler live. Yeah, so as long as I use the doggos here to shut him down, I think we're good. Most of his archers are dead. It's great like that. We have our bats over here to start chasing off some fools. Keep pushing, you darn zombies. Just keep pushing. White Kings are in. Oh, dang. He got on top of me, though. That cavalry's gonna hurt. Maybe I do just get more bats. Oh, yeah. I guess he does have Tempest. I guess that does kind of suck. Oh, jeez. My poor knights. My poor knights, man. Can I just Curse of Years them again? Maybe it'll work. Bats are sadly going down. Bats were such a throw. God, that one cav unit is gonna murder me, isn't it? That one Wild Hunter of Kurnos. It's being a pain in the butt. At least I have more Scab Scraths.
One of your units has been destroyed.
Jeez, man. Holy crap. That Wild Hunter of Kurnos is killing me. It's killing me real bad, man. I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, that kind of murdering me. They're kind of murdering me really, really bad. Even if I get a kill here, I think I botched the fight against it. Well, ain't that unfortunate? Yeah, we're probably dead. Honestly, if I had like some death magic here, I might have been able to kill them. But yeah, now that my infantry lines are gone, we're just doomed here. Dang. Dang! I should have focused this front line too. Eh, such is life. It's over. Oh, yeah, now it has more. Now it has more wild riders. I should have just kept spamming cav. Ah, I was silly. I was absolutely silly. Is there any way we can win this? Let's see here. I have a Mortis engine. Saving up for a Mortis engine would have been insane. Dang, you really forget how crappy your front line is. This counts. Alright, here's the thing. I can summon a Mortis engine, and that might be able to pull things back. Don't cast your darn magic on me. No, he got it off. Or did he? Dang it, he still got it off? Oh, that's such a ripoff, man. Alright, it's fine. Mortis engines here, baby. Alright. Does he have an answer to that? My White Kings are kind of on top of his archers. Assuming I can kill off all his archers, he might still be screwed. You'd be surprised what a man can do with the Mortis engine. Alright, here we go. I'm sure it'll be fine. I got some crypt ghouls I can chuck in over here. So he's gonna have to shoot it up. But his archers are almost in complete disarray. Almost. So if we just get the Mortis engine in there, get the Kemler to live, run him into the trees. Look at that. Melts the wild hunters. There we go. There we go. Can my knight survive is the question. Maybe he'll throw his lord trying to catch Kemler. Does he even see the doggos? What if I speed boost him? Maybe he'll throw his lord, you know? Maybe this will be the thrower of the century. There you go. Mortis is cooking. It's doing fine. It's doing great. Dang, his lord lived. That's so brutal. Back it up. And these Mortis is getting a little bit of alley. White Kings are indestructible, right? Honestly, I love the White Kings. They seem pretty good. Everything else here, not going too well. Not going especially well. Maybe some crypt ghouls over here. Let's get them in. God dang, these knights. No, not again. Run, Kemler, run. Curse of years. Give him the years. Yo, he keeps casting it right after I cast my Curse of Years. Oh, what a ripoff, man. Ah, that's such a ripoff. Anyways. Yeah, I'm tabled. All right, GG. GG, well played. Yeah, I just played that one really bad. Should have taken some better magic. I thought it was gonna come down to like catching his cav, but like absolutely not. Which office job would Kemler be best at? Am I about to get a pun? All right, how many signups do we have today? Am I screwed out of semis already? Holy crap! There's so many signups today. At least it'll be good vampire counts practice. Anyways, big issue was I did not make use of my lances very well. Honestly, what I should have done is just send in only the White Kings at the beginning. And just have them get some work done. And then go for a big fight. Honestly, the Lord Snipe didn't screw me over. At least this time around. But, yeah, what I really needed was some solid backline diving. And these knights, they did not cook. Needed more Karen rates. Let's see here. Against like a mass archer build like that. Honestly, just YOLOing in just the White Kings is probably like super sick. I think you stick with that. You could still go for a chunky front line. And then probably don't dive his back line. Just charge his infantry maybe? Yeah, obviously we also could have gone for heals. Though I don't think that's what screwed me over in the end. I think there were like much more overarching issues that I needed to fix. Let's see. I don't think I'd be able to get any summons on top of him without getting snibbity sniped. No corpse carts. Not against his archer spam. So you need something to kill the archer spam. So our options are limited to like... Okay, there is like some pretty funny stuff you can do. So if I cav maxed him, he might have died. It'd still be questionable because I think his cavalry would still beat mine. And I can't take flyers either, so... Honestly, Tempest shuts down like half the roster. No Vampire Coast? Nah, Vampire Coast is still dead to me. Other option is Graveguard, but he had elite anti-infantry clear, so... That would have been a problem. The biggest thing is just having a way to get through his infantry. Hex Wraiths. Yeah, Hex Wraiths versus Dryads. I'm sure it will be fine. I'm sure it's the best matchup possible for Hex Wraiths. Oh, no, Hex Wraiths. My bad. Against his Wild Riders. Still terrible. Still actually terrible. Nah, what I needed was... Let's see here. Some way to kill the Dryads, probably. I feel like my rush was almost there. Just like the White Kings just weren't, like, oomphy enough. I think if I sent them in and used all my Scab Scrats, then I would have been okay. Blood Knights? Hard, maybe. I think my Cav control left a lot to be desired. You think Blood Knights need a buff? Probably they could use a bit of a buff. I don't think Vampire Counts needs a buff right now, though. I think they need a rebalancing. Because right now they're really good versus some factions, and they're pretty bad versus a lot of other factions. Something happened to buff Vampire Counts? No, they've just been doing really well on Total Tavern lately. Mostly because of some choice Vampire Counts mains. Mostly Maximilianaire and a couple other people that are in RTK. But, yeah, the problem is I gotta learn the faction. I gotta learn them. What does Kemler do better than a basic mage? He has a little bit more HP, which is a nice to have. Yo, there's so many sign-ups today. Crazy. Magic is usually chaff clearing. That's not how magic works. Magic does not give you any benefit to anything except for physical resist. That's the only thing magic damage helps. Unless I'm misreading something. Oh, are you talking spell casting? Are you talking spell casting action? Anyways, I think let's see, spell casting we have what? Crypt Horrors punch above the weight class. Really, it's only if they can make use of their regen. So they punch above the weight class in slower fights. They actually punch down in faster fights. White King on horse ever worth it? Yes, probably not here though. I don't want them to get shot up. Let's see, magic wise, I could take you know, I could just Lord Snipe. His Spirit Leech is Lord to death first. Okay, that's probably not gonna cut it though. Honestly, I almost want to run black coaches. They do give terror and they do have whack loads of anti-infantry, but it's gonna be a lot to learn to mic with them. Wind pendulum for killing infantry. Dude, Miss New Booty, you're like 2 years too late, man. What is this, Warhammer 2? Come on, man. Pendulum is not what it used to be, boy. Okay, nah. I don't mean to call you boy like that, but I mean like in general, alright? Like, oh boy. Pendulum doesn't even kill entities anymore. So unless it's routing off the unit, which it won't, because he was in box formation too, but if it doesn't route them, they still have their full DPS. Wind of Death can cook, but it doesn't, it takes too long to cast. I guess if I put it on his melee infantry, though, it will probably kill them. It was such a wide army, though. I think I'd only Wind of Death like 1 unit. Seems like kind of a waste of magic. Like, I might just want, like, Manfred on a horse with Buna instead. Because the biggest problem I was having was against his cavalry. I think if I put Manfred on a Nightmare with Buna, he can Arcane Unforging me. Is there any way I can counteract Arcane Unforging? Wasn't there, doesn't, like, this lady have, like, a spell resist? I remember there was, like, a random lord or hero that had, like, a spell resist. Was it Lamian? Yeah, Lightning Reflexes and Scepter of Stability. So if they're casting Arcane Unforging on you. Okay, yeah, this is what you do, right? So you take this lady. Ah, she doesn't have great spells, though, but at least you're not going to get Unforged. So you can combine Lightning Reflexes with Scepter of Stability, minus 60% damage. And then you're pretty set for life. Also, yes, Buna is very good against cavalry. Very cost effective, more or less undodgeable. Very nice indeed. 4 more matches for the round to finish. If Pendulum was... So people did run the Lamian Lord a few times back in Land Battle. You would see her a little bit. She was... I don't think she was ever meta, but definitely someone you might consider running. If she's just gonna run in there and cast Raise Dead and not die to Arcane Unforging, it's not the end of the world, but yeah. Yeah, Raise Dead for cavalry fights is pretty cool. I think Raise Dead, I tested it before, it does like 3,000 damage to like light cavalry if they can't escape. Which is like insane. But, you know, if you can land it, but if you're keeping a mobile Lamian Lord, you can definitely just pop it down. Vargulf is just sniping fodder. Although I do need some sort of terror piece. I think a black coach terror piece is fine, though. It's a lot of archers. 19 Fellbats. I kind of goofed up with the Fellbats in the late game, and honestly, I don't think they do that much. Especially because it gave him something to Tempest. I shouldn't have played into his magic. I should have just stuck with my guns. I wonder if I can flank his army. Honestly, the cavalry summon's gonna be rough. Like it's gonna be a rough matchup almost no matter what. The only thing I can think of that might work is like a true Cav Max. Just go for, like, you know, just go insane. Just 7 cavalry, rush him in the beginning, and maybe he's unprepared for it. Even so, Wild Riders are such a spooky thing to have to deal with. But, you know, Raise Dead on top of them is not terrible. It's kind of my main option, though, if I'm not getting surrounds. And we're quite slow, too. This is not like a Petonia. It's not like a Petonia army, is it? Alright, 1 more match, and then we have our next round. Nile Blue looks just like you. Not Nile Red. Let's see here. Now, I almost wonder what Graveguard would do. I'm pretty sure his army had AP archers though. Let's double check. Seems like he had something for everything. You know, he only had one armor-piercing archer in his whole army. But he did have these guys for Graveguard. War Dancers and Blade Singers is already probably good enough. Would running Lore of Ghost passive for the speed on Cav do anything? I assume you mean Shadows. Lore of Shadows, the 10% speed boost is nice, but it's a percentile boost. So it doesn't really get my cavalry faster than his. I'd be barely skipping 80 speed. Wood Elves are rocking like, probably like what? Are they 90? 90 speed. 90 speed Wild Riders. So he still has a 10 speed difference over me. I think we would get outmaneuvered. I need some way to jump his backline. Yeah, you can get a Shadows caster. How cheap do these ladies get? Can I do the classic double caster here? They cost 750. It's pretty garbage. Are they decent fighters? They have like no HP. They do have 90 armor though. Are they White King material? Well, I guess they have casting. And it's not like he has anything to snipe them. Like maybe no scab scrat though, kind of sucks. Carath here. Want me to check my Discord? Oh dang!
And
Good
check
timing.
your Discord.
Oh hell yeah. Let's see here. Save it to gallery. Yo, sick. We got new Carath art just dropped. I assume this is one that you already had made. Let's see here. So let's do this. Let's browse the gallery. Where did I save this thing to? Save image. I'll save it to downloads. Oh, it wasn't downloads. It's the daisies. Ah, yeah. Oh, that's huge. Yeah, look at that. Carath there with the Warhammer art. Sick, man. He's about to fall for the vampire hero trap. Are these, I think they're too low HP, right? 3,600 HP compared to, I think the White Kings were like so good that battle. I should not forsake them. Oh, they're the same price. 1,500 more HP. That's insane, man. At least we got a ton of choices for lords. Let's see. Lord choice. So magic choice. What are we looking at here? So we have Strigoi for the anti-large. Vampire Lord. So Blood Dragon is there anything here that's like interesting, man? Strigoi. You could summon Crypt Ghouls. That can be pretty hype. Flock of Doom. Transformation of Kadan is not terrible. Alariel. Oh yeah, I forgot people called Alariel Larry. Only in typing, not in. They wouldn't actually say it out loud. This is back when Alariel was taken way more often. Yeah, vampire heroes have the self heal. If you want to pay an extra 100 gold. Oh god. They have one way stalker, they die instantly. They default have hunger? No, you have to buy the hunger. God dang. Dude, they're expensive, man. I think against that specific build, if I was trying to hard counter, I think it would be Graveguard spam with like black coaches, and then you have like one Blood Knight to defend against the Wild Riders or something. And that way he can't take you out with that. This doesn't feel that great though. This feels pretty terrible. But at least he doesn't have that much armor piercing. When's the next game start? Very soon. Very, very soon. We're still waiting on one more match to finish. They got that missile resist. They got that anti-large. But they're so expensive. He can use 2 units of cavalry to trade into 1 Blood Knight. Really? Graveguard? Do they trade badly into Dryads? Let's take a look-see. Back to the testing board. Okay, so I have my knights. We have. Let's give them 2 Dryads, or maybe a Dryad and 1 Eternal Guard. There you go. If the Graveguard don't dumpster these guys, it's terrible. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Isabella for the Chalice. The Chalice won't even do much. They have like no HP. You might as well Invocation of Nahek. Okay, so Graveguard should slap here and at a reasonably quick pace. Obviously, they're going to lose to the more elite infantry. I'm not disputing that. But he only had 2. You can see Graveguard come on in. They have 90 armor. They have bonus versus infantry. Against the Eternal Guard. Honestly, Eternal Guard are like fairly cheap compared to Graveguard. The leadership holds. You know, assuming your opponent kind of gives you the engagement, like they'll win it reasonably effectively. The problem is you're gonna get shot at the same time, right? So I think with his archers, you probably lose that. I could see that. So Graveguard have 26 melee attack. They really rely on their bonus versus infantry. What, the Bone Boys OP? I don't know. That's what we're discovering. Bone Boys have a 63% win rate right now on Total Tavern. And while Maximillionaire contributes a good amount of those games, he can't possibly be contributing all of them. So there's a lot of vampire counts action going on. Clearly, they can win games. Their worst matchup is against Wood Elves at 36%. Oh, my bad. Slaanesh is slightly better. After that, it's Khorne at 42%. But then immediately after Khorne, which honestly isn't the worst at 42%, you have Empire, which is 48%. And everything else is higher than 48%. So honestly, you know, I'm okay losing to Wood Elves if that's their spread. Honestly, it seems kind of like they're crazy. A lot of it is going to be, you know, the top players inflating their thing. You know, I don't think there's like a lot of new players playing counts. I think they're genuinely pretty difficult to play, unless I'm just getting it wrong, kind of like Khorne. Anyways, we're up against the Dark Elves. We're up in the Terracotta Graveyard. All right. So Terracotta Graveyard, it's an okay map. It's kind of wide, but I think it should be fine. Does the Chariot still get stuck in infantry? If you micro really well, it should be fine. If you screw up for a second, I think it does get stuck pretty hard. Wish Krell was good, yeah. Alright, so this is Dark Elf action. I think I know how I want to play this. We're gonna play this nice and simple like. And we will see how it pans out. Count should not be a skirmish faction. Well, definitely, yeah. That's for sure. Okay, so let's take a bunch of this. Caster-wise, alright, no more memeing with the magic. I gotta get 3 wins to have a chance of making it to semis. If Danican loses this, though, it means that he's probably out of semis, though. Jesus, so many signups today, though. It's crazy. Ludicrous number of signups. Okay, Lord-wise against Dark Elves, what are we looking at? Okay, this one's fine. Yeah, this one's totally fine. What is this? Oh my gosh. Alright. So I got a sick Lord. They don't have, Tempest. That's definitely gonna help me out. Krell is a good pick versus anything. Well, he's kind of slow, right? Krell kind of slow. Okay, so in Warhammer 2, they could just go for like dragons and such. And that was pretty annoying. Just having dragons run all over you. So I do gotta be a little bit careful about that. But I think it doesn't really work in domination because they can't clear things out fast enough. Presumably. Yeah, honestly, build kind of makes itself, I feel. Seems like everything here is pretty straightforward. Yeah, alright. What's the worst that can happen? Yeah, alright. This one, if we just play this well, I think we're fine. The thing is, there's a multitude of builds my opponent can bring. We'll see how it goes. Which faction do you recommend for new/casual player without good micro or game knowledge, easy to execute? Probably khorne. You play khorne, take a max out on infantry. Khorne Gores and Marauders and Chaos Warriors with shields. Take 4 Flesh Hounds, and the build will pilot itself to victory most of the time. It's a good skill check for your opponent. There's no magic to use. Just take, you know, Skull Taker on his motorbike. And you're good. I do have a video on Warriors of Chaos, though. So if you find that video, it's posted kind of recently. It covers all the meta units for Warriors of Chaos. And for Warriors of Chaos, their build is like... The builds are basically the same, no matter which faction you're facing. So if you don't like making new armies for every faction and you just want to focus on the one thing, I would say Warriors of Chaos is pretty nice. No Scarbrando. Scarbrando is... You gotta know what you're doing, right? You have to micro that guy non-stop. So I would save him until you got like the sick jukes and the cycle charging. And cycle charging it does not come naturally to new players. I should just clip the portion of the stream where I covered every faction. I don't know. I don't really want to post that. I looked at it. I'm like, I feel like I want to make just individual things. There's like so much depth that I lost out on. That yeah, it didn't feel right. Maybe I'm crazy, but that's how we feel. All right, here we go. So plan is simple. This is a march forwards type of build with some Lord Snipe. There really is not anything too crazy about this build. The bigger question is, what does his build have? So he has Scourge Runner Chariots. The trees shall defend my Crypt Horrors. Oh, why, hello there. Not the Dark Riders. Alright, well, there's no way he just goes for that, right? Oh, he has a Malekith. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, I should be able to cap this point with the power of doggos. Malekith is a little spooky. He does have soul stealers and such, so he is going to be relatively hard to snipe. Oh, I thought I accidentally bugged the thing. Hey, that's a lot of value. Nothing like 500 gold value for 14 Winds of Magic. That's honestly better than Buna in terms of just raw value. That's kind of crazy. I'll take it. I'll take it. So Malekith is chilling. We're gonna forfeit this 1 point over here. And just chill for a second. Crypt horrors, heal, and all that business. Malekith takes a nibble to the back. He gets a breath attack too. Honestly, the Lord Snipe's going great so far. And there's the double cap. Hell yeah. Alright, it's a good start. It's a good start. I'm noticing he doesn't have a lot here to actually fight this infantry blob. So I'm just gonna fight him, right? Like, Malekith is really worse for wear right now. And the Crypt Horrors crush these guys, right? What's not to love? Yeah, you can see the fear in him, right? He's invested heavily into the Scourge Runner chariots. As long as I keep on healing here, we should be fine. Slowly accumulate that value. I will have another Gaze O Nagash soon. It's a Ghoul King or Vampire Lord. I think it's a Ghoul King. Nope, it's Vampire Lord. Did I take the wrong one? I forget which one's better, because they're very similar. Both of them units. All right. So what's he playing? What do you want? He wants to breath attack me or something? Charge him up. All right. What do we need now? Probably some cav. Got our zombies here, pushing his dudes off. We can leave Malekith alone for a little bit. As long as he's triple capped, it ain't too bad. Ah, okay. Some crows. All right. He's used up most of his ammunition on these guys, so they shouldn't be able to get too much work done. Zombies are just pushing him back. Honestly, him not taking the fight is, I feel like, a bad idea. I feel like it's a bad idea. Because, I'm just gonna have so many units here, right? Can get some bats over here to save my ghouls. Land with my lord. Doggos versus chariots. Kind of a sketchy battle. Let's get our cavalry in there. Lots of healing over here, that's for sure. Just has this one Dark Rider, but that's not the problem, mostly. And it appears his cavalry corps are in a little bit of trouble. Yeah, trading-wise, I don't know how I feel about this. Malekith might even die. His Crows of Cain just got murdered by my knights somehow. I don't even know what they did. Jeez, man. Malekith is getting obliterated right now by my shenanigans. Now, he's going to get a 6 Soul Stealer. But what value he gains from that, I gain back from healing with the with the corpse cart. So it's not the, most definitely not the end of the world. Now we fight the Malekith, and we take the engagement. He picked a good spot to fight, though, that's for sure. Malekith is brutally beat up right now, though. If he doesn't get some sort of patching up, he's a dead man. There's a breath attack. Crypt Horrors are cooking. Getting shot at a little bit. Oh my gosh, ambulance. Not now. Well, I guess if there's an emergency, it's fine. I guess I'll forgive him. Yeah, can I get this breath attack? Jeez, I feel like it's been ages. There you go. All right, finally got the breath attack off. Get more cavalry. Yeah, Malekith is getting cooked pretty hard. There go his knights on the far side. That's pretty painful. And I have another thingamabob soon. Horrors do great when they're getting healed up by the corpse cart. Oh, does this cost 15 winds of magic? It does. My bad. Oh, he's gonna take back up into the skies though. Interesting. I think I can just spam infantry though, right? Can't I just spam infantry now and just keep them mucked up forever? What's happening here? Okay, no idea what was happening there. It's fine though. Indeed, the corpse carts are amazing. Let's get a big old charge over there. Yeah, this felt insanely powerful, man. Okay, yeah, Malekith is going to get like a little bit of a fight against my vampire lord here, but I've just annihilated his front line. There's like nothing left. There's just nothing left. How's my guy doing though? He's getting cooked a little bit. He does have anti-large. Malekith does not, so in a prolonged fight, he's probably good. You can see how good the horrors are when they are uncontested, by the way. Having a great time over here. There's a spirit leech. Come on. Jeez, Malekith. All right. All right, buddy. I get it. I get it. You have archers. All right. So that's how you want to play, eh? All right, well. Eat Nagash's gaze from downtown. Let's go. He's dead. He did not die. Well, that's a little awkward. It's fine, though. He's probably going to get chased off, right? He's probably going to get chased off. No problem. Just got to confirm. Just got to confirm that kill, and we're good. Hey, there we go. And now he's gone. Dang, what a tanky fellow. All right, anyways, it's still over. Yeah, no invocation of Nahek. It's actually fairly expensive. It's fairly expensive. Can be kind of rough when you can get so much more value by like... So like 2 invocations of Nahek on my lord is the same as 1 overcast gaze of Nagash on Malekith. And we saw how useful it was there, right? The thing is, sometimes they won't always give you a lord to snipe. That is something you have to consider. But it's honestly fine. Most of the time, you'll have plenty of pickings. As long as you're not getting like hard countered or something. Hey, nice. Regenerating lord, doing great. And then we can just counter his capture over here with some knights. I have a crazy value lead. I just have so much in the bank. I have so many tickets. He has like no units left. And this is why Crypt Horrors with corpse carts are so good. None of them died. They actually all stayed in the fight for the entire battle. And that's kind of insane. Considering this is like, you know, 3,200 gold worth of army. And they're almost heal capped. So like I made like a good few thousand gold just by keeping them huddled by that corpse cart. While Malekith's AoEs on them really didn't do that much at 16 entities per. It's kinda pretty sick, this whole corpse cart business. The thing is, you live and die by the corpse cart with this build. If they can snipe it, you're a dead man. GG, well played. So you gotta be a little careful. 4,000 value on that guy is insane. And yeah, his Scourge Runners just didn't really pay for themselves. Crazy. So that means Daniken's out of the tournament. And that means we have a chance. Assuming Daniken wins his other matches and Serica continues to win. So far, Serica has won 2 of their matches. Nice. So I'm gonna need hella opponent points. There's gonna be a lot of people with 4 wins. So I'm probably not gonna make it, but 4 games as Vampire counts is fine. Corsairs kind of suck. They were against Crypt Horrors. The Corsairs were there to kill off like the skeletons. They're more expensive than Dryads, though, by 100. So they really don't do the job there. Take Corsairs against Empire, though. You guys are going to be seeing a different story. Like, Corsairs can cook in the right situation. You do have to try and make use of their passive. You do have to make sure that they're fighting something that's worth fighting. It's very matchup dependent. Though I will say, Bleak Sword spam is popular for a reason. Dark Elf build had the stuff to snipe your corpse carts. I guess the rush scared him. He didn't have enough like DPS to really finish off the corpse carts. And his guys were getting disrupted by like zombies and stuff because all his money was in Malekith. Honestly, that's just... I think Gaze of Nagash just won me that game. Now, one thing I wanted to check though. What's the difference between a Strigoi Ghoul King on a Goose and a Vampire Lord? So if I take a Vampire Lord of Strigoi and take them with no abilities each. One is 2,100. The other is 2,200. The Vampire Lord has 10 more leadership than the Ghoul King. 15% missile resist. I'll pay 100 gold for 10 leadership. That's pretty good. Along with having some more interesting abilities. The Claw of Morkane. It's like 200 extra damage per hit. 34 seconds. This guy... Okay, so they both have the Hunger. Curse of Undeath. Do they both have Bloodlust? No, this one has Bloodlust, which is a 25% boost. Not as good as the Claws, I feel. Though who knows, maybe you only want that. Opal Amulet is pretty cool. Yeah, I think I'd rather just have the Ghoul King, right? I mean the Vampire Lord. It's a big question on like, you know, I guess like, is your Lord going to be getting sniped? It's like a good safety net for 100 gold. Anyways, I suspect I should be able to win against every faction except for what's it? Yeah, except for Slaanesh, Wood Elves, and Khorne. If I'm up against a good player, I feel like I would have a decent chance as long as they're not those three factions. Everyone else, though, it's kind of sus. Be nice if they had attacks per minute stats. Yeah. Honestly, there's so many hidden variables. The only way to really test the unit is to just load into battle. Anyways, these guys are basically the same. They're basically the same. They have the same spells. It's only slightly different items. They both have Opal Amulet, too. One has Power Stone, one has Potion of Strength. Okay. The only thing I could really see is, like, maybe you want to use Potion of Strength instead of the Claws of Morkane, right? Because you only have your one shot. So you'll use the Potion of Strength instead. Maybe. No one expects Vlad. For good reason. For a very good reason. Yeah. Strigoi Ghoul Kings tend to be pretty fighty, so I think the leadership... I probably will run the one with better leadership. I think my Lord would have started crumbling earlier if I didn't. You're paying 5% more? Cooldown on Claws is so long, you never pop it more than 2 to 3 times a battle. Okay, so then you're saying, like, maybe you do want the Strigoi for Potion of Strength. So technically, you can trade 10 leadership for a potion of strength. That doesn't seem as bad, right? So you can go for a potion of strength to potentially make bigger plays. It's 100 gold, but if it nets you like 500 damage, it's like a free spirit leech. You know, could get a lot of shock damage, maybe rout off their lord. This guy, on the other hand, is a little bit hardier. Excuse me. Ghoul King of Ushoran. Ushoran. It's a 32-second +8 leadership heal to self. Honestly, this is just insane though, right? I think this is like, you can just YOLO him if you really want to. Assuming you're not going for a long game, right? But like, you can just dump his HP and just full heal. Depending on the situation. There's not many situations where you need such a crazy heal. But for 200, you know, it's not bad. It's actually not too bad. Yo, how's the bracket going? Almost done. 2 more matches. How much leadership is equal to 1 melee attack? I usually ignore leadership as a stat. Leadership is so important. One of the only things they did to Noblar Pigback Riders, they had, I think they had a few other changes. But the thing that really made this unit from really, really strong, possibly OP, to just a normal unit, you know, no one's really blinking an eye at them, -10 leadership. The difference between Ogre Bulls and Golg's Man-Eaters, or let's just say Golg's Man-Eaters, and let's see here, is there anti-infantry Man-Eaters? No, but I guess the anti-infantry kind of matters. I guess they both have 80 leadership. Anyways, Golg's Man-Eaters are basically unbreakable. That's all I want to say. It's because they're basically unbreakable. Ogre Bulls route to like nothing. Alright, so 80 leadership means you'll basically be dead before you route. 60 leadership means that you're going to route at about half HP. 45 leadership means you can route to like, you know, a single spell, like a Burning Head or what have you. That's generally how you can view leadership. You look at dwarves, Longbeards, 80 leadership and encourage. That's why they never route. That's why they stick around forever. So that's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. 80 leadership is nice. And for vampire counts, this guy, 70 leadership. Pretty good. Does that mean ITP is good? Yeah, immune psychology is so good. There's a faction that is just more or less OP because everything has ITP for free. One of the things that makes Slaanesh so hard to beat is that you can't use your leadership bomb abilities on them. ITP on Longbeard's also very helpful. ITP is just really good. It's just really good. Also, yeah, regeneration and leadership is nice to have combined. That's why trolls can be hit or miss. This is why you always bring the war drum for ITP. Okay, war drum is good. All right, I'm not saying war drum ain't good. Okay, nice. Next round is starting soon. Come on, semifinals. If I don't make it, I don't make it though. I'm gonna do like this week. I'm taking it easy. If I have the energy, I'll put out some videos. I might crank out like a quick faction tutorial video. Maybe I'll edit down that Savior Disaster campaign. And then next week is when we can pop off, hopefully. Just so exhausted. Also, he's getting hot, man. I think it's the weather. It went from ultra cold to like melt your flesh off, man. Remember when I was a fervent hater of the war drum before? We've come a long way, haven't we? Come a very long way. Yes, it took some convincing. It took some convincing. It's still not something I will bring in every matchup. Because I think just having such a slow build just feels like you're at the whim of your opponent. Yeah. You're sweating it up too. Summer has arrived. Yo, any Australians out there? Chilling in the cool weather? Any Australians in chat? Any New Zealanders? Sorry, New Zealand. I didn't mean to forget you. Scarbrand Chan. We're up against Scarbrand Chan. Okay. So, Scarbrand Chan also lost to Serika. So, if Serika goes 4-0 and I beat Scarbrand Chan, we're actually in the clear, I think. Unfortunately, their name is Scarbrand Chan, so they're probably playing Khorne. And I suppose they would know this matchup better than me. SFT declaration. Scarbrando. What are they playing? Khorne, who would have guessed? They're playing Khorne. Alright. Korok, I would never. Not for free, man. Not for free. Alright. Here we go. Oh man, yo, calling them Kiwis. Calling them Kiwis is like the cutest thing ever. Alright. So we are on the map of Lustrian Narrows. Alright. Doesn't matter. No, it's Vampire Counts versus Khorne. So, Khorne don't have good cavalry. As a starter, that makes life a little bit better. Downside, though, is that they got Wrathmongers. And I don't know how to deal with Wrathmongers exactly. He has a pre-build? Oh, boy. Oh, boy, here we go. All right. Mad Lad has a pre-build. Oh, look at me. I'm gonna wreck your face. You're running into all the terrible matchups. Honestly, Wood Elves and Khorne is like pretty popular for SFTs. And you know what? It's worth learning. I think it's worth learning. It should be fine. So... okay, this is not a terrible spell. This is not a terrible spell. You know what? Sure. Sure, why not? Take me one of these just in case. And then I'll bring me one of these big boys. Khorne does have some weaknesses. We're gonna have to see what he decides to go for, though. There are plenty of options for him, unfortunately. Though, it's not impossible. It's not impossible to win. I do have to worry about Sword of Khorne. That can be an oops-a-doopses. You're dead now type of situation. Yeah, alright. It's kind of a wacko build. I don't know how I feel about this. It's kind of a wacko build. We'll try our best. We'll try our best here. Can you have 2 mortises? I wish. But no. No double mortis. Let's see here. Okay, so that's decent, I guess. It's decent. Thing is, so here's the thing about Crypt Ghouls. They die to Flesh Hounds like nobody's business. So it's just not worth running Crypt Ghouls most of the time. Yeah, just don't. Just don't, man. Just don't do it. This is a bad idea. All right. Jesus, terrible build. This is one of them Garbo builds, isn't it? And maybe I'll luck into a sick situation for myself, though. Maybe, you know? Yeah, honestly, vampire counts, maybe they just have some really bad matchups. I feel like high elves and wood elves are a pain in the butt for the counts to deal with. Khorne is a tussle in favor of Khorne, probably. Slanesh is just OP, so that doesn't count. But if they do well against every other faction, maybe that explains their high win rate. We'll see, though. Valkia's not a problem. I'm not worried about Valkia. I'm worried about Wrathmongers. 3x Wrathmongers, dude. 3x Wrathmonger, just insta concede. Now, this is what I brought. For starters, we got a Mortis, we got a Lord. Alright. Ready, good luck, have fun. I said it was a terrible build, and it will look like a terrible build. But if I micro well enough, maybe we'll be fine. Mortis Engine Vargul to camp out over here. Furies are not a problem. Mortis Engine will cook them. I'm going to use my cavalry to murder the Wrathmongers. I have Wind of Death. He has 6 units. I have Transformation of Kadan. What could be more devastating to a high DPS unit than another high DPS unit that is throwaway? I think he's screwed. Oh, hell yeah! He brought Khorne's Bloody Fist. All right, we won. This thing's got to book it, though. Don't want to get fisted by Khorne. That sounds terrible. Holy crap. That sounds real bad. Okay, let's not say that. You know, I don't think there's a Hearthstone card that's like... Anyways, so here's the first things first. Just get a little bit of free damage on him, right? He walks right into the vortex. Yo, what a chat to no Wrathmongers. Crazy mad lad. Big monstrous units like that get countered by horrors, so that's not too bad. We're just gonna zoomy over here. Does he have abilities? Okay, so maybe I can bait him out. He doesn't have a rampage or anything. Come on, use your thing. Yeah, there we go. he used his abilities, so now we run for our life. Because he uses ability, I don't have to worry about that anymore, as it is now on cooldown. Land, you darn dragon, land. For the Vargul. Alright. We go over here. He has Karnak. Oh, he got a hit there? What a ripoff. He actually got a hit on me. Alright, well, let's heal up. And let's just start making our way down. I have a big ol' stack over here. We got a Mortis Engine. You know, I got whack loads of healing. Unfortunately, that speed boost did manage to catch me. That's a little unfortunate, but... You know, I can get some cavalry in here. That's pretty hype. As long as I stay on the ground, we're probably fine, right? I don't think he can swoop around here and take this point against me. It seems like a difficult thing to do. Thank goodness I bought the Storm of Night, by the way. That was a good call. That was a very good call. What's he doing over here? Is he trying to get surrounded by cavalry or what? Is he gonna try breath attacking them or something? I don't know. Mortis Engine is an AoE damage tool. It's pretty nice. Alright, there's another vortex. Get him low. Is this guy healing at all? I feel like he's barely healing from this. The vortexes are doing good though, and my opponent does not have any healing. So if I can just slowly wear them down, it's not the end of the world. Capture point number 1. These guys do magic damage, right? Yeah, they do magic damage. That's pretty cool. That's pretty hype. Mortis Engines in here. Hellforged Bellows. Well, ain't that just a doozy? Alright. My lord has to stay alive, that's for sure. He whiffs the first shot, thank goodness. Remember, Khorne doesn't have cavalry, so this should be pretty painful for him. Just send in our Vargulf over here, get the Mortis engine on that business. Doesn't have any Sword of Khorne shenanigans just yet. That's pretty nice. Whoa. Run back. We're running it back. Oh boy, he got his his net on me. All right. Oh, it's a Vargulf summon, not a Manticore summon. Whoopsie daisies. Woo. Woo. How long does that net last, brother? Apparently forever.
No, the enemy has slain our lord.
Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting that from my lord. At least I get a pretty mighty charge on his face. Jeez, man. What the crap? What a bully. What an absolute bully. Dude, is my cav actually dying over there? Alright, now at least Karnak is getting brutalized a little bit. We do win this fight against his bloodletters. I guess that's pretty cool. There you go, Karnak. Get murdered. Get murdered. Am I resummoning my lord in this situation? Probably have to, right? God, Karnak. I should have known. I should have known. That's a very long net. So my knights just die because no lord. It's fine though. It's fine. Karnak's crumbling, so he'll be out of the picture at least. Jeez, that's a big rear shot. Okay, Karnak's dead. And maybe the Mortis engine lives. So with Karnak down, it's not the end of the world, right? I do still have one cav unit, and the Mortis engine's alive. And you know what? Maybe my lord comes back. Maybe the Vargulf kills everything. Who knows? Anything is possible. Especially if my lord can just come back, please. Okay, Vargulf's actually doing pretty good work. You know, I'm gonna go all in on the Lord resummon.
With haste.
I'm just gonna bank on that and hopefully it works, because maybe he'll just run out of single entities. You know?
With haste.
Holy axe throwers. Can they be any more painful against what I got going here? Come on, you darn Mortis engine. Live.
Will wither.
Live. Live, dang it. Oh, it's dead. Zombies are sprayed every which way. All right, now I just have to resummon my mildly expensive lord. There we go. He's back. He's back to die again. Yeah, these guys are pretty brutal, aren't they? Huzzah! I got more Tempests. At least I still have the capture point, okay? You can't say I don't have the capture point. There you go. Not going for the air game, kind of insane though, right? Hey, you know, it kind of drew them away. That cannon is gonna wreck my face. But other than that, you know, it's not too bad. My Black Knights have Strider, right? So I can just go and do that. Hopefully he runs out of units here. Hopefully he just runs out of units. We can hope, we can hope. You know, my corpse card's still healing up. I do have cavalry here. That's actually surprising. I totally forgot about that cav unit. They were kind of just chilling and healing for a little bit. So maybe we kill off his skirmishers now, right? With a mighty lance charge to the face. The healing is still going well. You know, this guy's completely uncontested, but it ain't the end of the world. All right, here we go. And Black Knights are here. Big buff. All right. If he doesn't win this, we're screwed. Come on, beat him up. Beat him up. Karnak's back. Oh, big boy Karnak is back. I have a Vargulf and a surround on his characters here. Come on, beat him up. It'll be worth it if his lord dies. Oh my god. My lord dies so fast. It's crazy. Okay, he might still lose his exalted bloodletter though. And that would actually be not too bad, right? Unfortunately, it is just a summon Vargle. But come on, little exalted bloodletter. It's not like he has a lot of units here anyways, right? If it's just Karanak and his big boy, then maybe we still got it. He's crumbling. He's crumbling. All right. We have a chance. We have a chance. I just have to stall the point. There you go. His lord's dead. His lord's absolutely gonzo. That's a start. Summon Vargulf, who cares? It's just a summon. He loses his Canaan piece too, which is huge. So now all I really need is just the cavalry, right? It's like, he's not trading anymore. I can't believe it. He's actually losing it. He's actually losing it. All right. Maybe we can stall, you know? Maybe my opponent just goofed. Maybe he absolutely goobered it. If this thing crumbles away, it's very good for us, I must say. It's very, very good. Unfortunately, he does still have a big boy, but I have more crypt horrors, which are good against these type of things. So there goes his big artillery piece with much ammunition to spare. Brutal. A brutal loss for him. Oh my gosh. Graveguard are kind of cooking too. Don't forget, the Graveguard can cook. Crypt horrors are like perfectly tuned to kill monstrous units like that. Let's just get a couple, I'm gonna wait for cavalry first. Come on, you darn crypt horrors, beat them up. You got a full surround. This is as good as it gets. There's nothing to micro, by the way. It's absolutely nothing to micro. Sends in his cavalry, so they get a little brutalized, I think. Nice. Maybe I can get a swift charge on these guys. I just gotta not let the crypt horrors die to like crumbling or anything. Maybe I can resummon my lord. Let's get him in a third time. Bring him in again. And you know, holding the point is going pretty well. I got another crypt horror unit too. As long as my corpse cart lives. Like him not sniping that corpse cart was the biggest mistake he ever made. There we go. Nice. All right. I'm summoning in the cav. I need the cavalry to deal with his horsemen shenanigans. At least the Graveguard are cooking it up. Graveguard are cooking up a storm. His horsemen are getting bullied. Nice. All right. Big surround on him. Run with the corpse cart. Come on, cavalry. I believe in you. This one's on you to win it. Corpse cart will live. Cavalry surround on Karanak. Big plays. Zombies to stop his horsemen. Big charge on Karanak. Hype. Come on, you darn corpse cart. Live. Live, dang it. Yeah, this cavalry unit is gonna hard carry so much. You guys just watch. You guys just wait and see. Ah, yeah, hell yeah. There's a catch over there. He's bringing in more of those guys. Okay. I have another cav unit, though. They're gonna keep bullying him. Karnak's even getting kind of brutalized here. Graveguard is still doing pretty good. The mighty Graveguard. Never expected them to do so well. And we almost win on a single point. That's crazy sauce. I can't believe it. Graveguard for the win. Maximilian is like sworn off Graveguard, but here they're actually cooking. All right, I just have to hold like these points then, right? I think if I hold that last point, it's over. And this one for just a little bit longer. I can't believe it. The corpse cart victory. It's real. It's actually real. All right, so those marauders are getting brutalized now by my cavalry. Just swiping to the side here. Guy ain't got no capture weight. That's good. We win on a single cap, so I'm hunkering down on that last point now. Big rear charge means that his guy's gonna be crumbling. Dude, I can't believe it. I lost my lord twice and we won. The Anticity Lord throw. Patented patented play, okay? I will say, is Exalted Bloodletters did not do as well as Wrathmongers, though. Had he brought Wrathmongers instead of Bloodletters, I think we would have died. Unless I'm terribly mistaken about Wrathmongers. I feel like they could have cooked super hard here. But, you know. Such is life. There go his horsemen. Way overtuned on the horsemen and single entities. Resummoning Karnak was a mistake, man. Because then he had no capture weight. At least I think that's how it works. Okay, let's double back. Kill the Marauders now. Just jump them. Sword of Khorne dropping in hot. It's fine. As long as this point doesn't fall, we're good. I can just stall this one for just that little bit longer, and then we double back, and then we defend the home point for a few minutes. Can't possibly be that difficult. I have to defend it for like 1 minute, man. It's like no time at all. Like no time at all. Also, the Graveguard were a tactical choice to prevent Sword of Khorne shenanigans. It worked. Worked marvelously. You can't chase my dudes. Because, if he sent that Marauder here too, I wouldn't have been able to kill it probably. He has a Bloodletter. He has an Exalted Bloodletter from there. Honestly, I think my opponent just misplayed hard. He thought it was over with the Lord Snipe, maybe. I don't know. But it's over, man. It's so over. There's like nothing you can do unless he has like Forsaken in the trees or something. We got our sacrificial cavalry over here. Let's get that corpse carts in there too. Why not? We got the crypt horrors, some zombies. I don't know. Just get them all there. The zombie won't even make it there in 50 seconds, but you never know. All right, pile on in, boys. Just provide your capture weight. There you go. Great success. Nice. I can't believe it. We we beat Khorne. Undeservedly, perhaps. Let's go. The Exalted Bloodletter's dying. Yo, killing his Hellforged Bellows too is hilarious. God dang. God dang, man. Vampire counts is so good. Best faction. That's like the third worst matchup. So this thing got 1,000 value. Yeah, the Graveguard cooked. The Graveguard cooked so hard. Holy crap. 1,700, 1,400. And then we just calved him to death. My lord got 2,000 value off 3 summons. Oh boy, that's silly. Everything about that game was silly. Yeah, I'd love to make it into semis now with something like that. Though I still think it's pretty unlikely with this many signups. So he's Khorne, I was Vampire counts. And the counts win against Khorne. Yeah, the double Bloodthirster was kind of memey, it's true. I feel like he could have, yeah. He could have taken a much better build, for sure. Oh, so he did start with Exalteds. They just kind of sucked. Well, that's kind of the way with bad matchups, right? Even if it's bad, as long as I play well and he plays off meta, we can still win it. Force him to have to bring out his A game. Although losing my lord twice was a ginormous fat misplay. I should have been way more careful with my lord. I don't know what you're supposed to do against the double flyer. I guess you can just play keep away. Or you take this guy into Hellseed or something. I kind of wanted the Dragon Breath, but maybe Hellseed is good enough. Well, like, Crypt Horrors are just so good against single entities. Yeah, the 2 zombies on 1 point. The thing is, if you sent a Marauder on it, my cavalry would have just gone summoned in and killed the Marauders. So it probably would have been a misplay to send units there. Because he needs units clearing the middle. I think fighting the middle was a big mistake, though. Because his army's faster. So what he should have done is probably just pull all his Exalteds and just kill my back point. Because I'm never going to contest that, right? I think that would, like, you know. Like, I don't think that was like peak capacity Scarbrand Chan. I think maybe he was taking it for granted that it was a good matchup. At least this is me projecting, because that's what I do all the time. Take Vlad. Vlad build. He'll be the last man standing, and then he'll get his head chopped off by some Bloodthirsters. 50 melee defense is not going to save you against a Bloodthirster. Von Karstein ring is going to save you for 22 seconds. 0 seconds plus 22 seconds means he lives 22 seconds. That's not good, man. It's been brutal. You know, I will say there probably is a strat where you take this guy on a Barded Nightmare, and then you go like double White King, also on Steeds. Because you're looking at 44 melee attack, 400 weapon strength. Charge bonus will help them hit. You have a 3v1 against the Bloodthirsters, and like, you know, like double Vargulf or something. If you really want to win the single entity fight, this probably doesn't do too bad. And then you just have to win the, well, okay, maybe just one Vargulf. It's a bit excessive because you do need that Mortis engine. But yeah, you kind of play it like Batonia style with the horses. You love that strat? Very good versus Slanesh and Wood Elves. Ah. How's your Gorst game, though? Foot Gorst meta? Where's he at? Yeah, the dreaded Foot Gorst. I can't believe it. He starts on foot. This whole time, I didn't know he had legs. Foot Gorst. He only costs 550. If they take too many single entities, then you have a Mega Blob with the Mortis engine. And then you support him with the Vargulf. Maybe 2. Okay, so Foot Gorst, double Vargulf. The thing is, the Vargulfs get dumpstered by them Bloodthirsters, don't they? No spell combat Gorst. So yeah, of course, right? You know what? Gorst is the Mortis engine, right? So you take Gorst as the Mortis engine. So if you look at him, he does have the Reliquary Corruption. The only way to get 2 Mortis engines as a vampire counts is to take Gorst and a Mortis engine. So now what you're looking at, right? Your Lord, the only downside is he's 23 speed. But, you know, it's sticking with your infantry anyways. So you take the Foot Gorst. He's a Mega Mortis engine, because he also has Master of the Dead, right? And then, yeah, then you have Liber Noctis with Gaze of Nagash. Shoot him to death. Now he's a Mortis engine with Spellcasting. Okay, you know what? If you really, if you really want to win that single entity fight, this is not the worst. And then you just summon in the infantry to support Gorst to kill off the Exalteds and all that. But like, this is as strong as it gets, single entity wise. It would be pretty hard for khorne to bring enough oomph to fight this. They would need 2 Bloodthirsters and 2 Cultists. They're not doing that. They ain't doing that. So, you do fine here. Maybe White Kings can kill Wrathmongers with their bonus versus infantry. Why not take Nahek? Because Nahek is pretty expensive and it's not always worth. Gaze of Nagash is a really good spell. Nahek is even less effective when fire damage is involved, and against khorne, that's like all their units. Yeah. Nahek is really good in a slow game. So people use Invocation of Nahek in land battles because you can pull away with your cav, group them all together, heal all of them at the same time, and you get maximum value without getting punished by fire damage. So that's 4x the healing value. That means it's 8 times more effective in that situation than in melee against khorne. You're losing 8 times the effectiveness of your Nahek. Well, you're not going to overcast on one unit, but like, regardless, even if it's half as effective, that's like a huge loss, a massive loss. Yo, winning 2k value down though, That healing hard carried, man. It hard carried so much. All right, now where am I on the bracket right now? As it stands, I have the 2 victories. If we win the next one, we may have a chance yet. I'm technically... Wait, why do I have 3 Swiss points? Oh, I have too many Swiss points. Who's the admin? Nerd War Room. Nerd War Room. I have too many Swiss points. We'll need to set to 2. I appreciate the Swiss points, but it's a bit too many. Here we go. Additional stupidity is like Anticity single player mode. Cycle charging to victory 1 battle at a time. Yo, I've spoken to that content creator. He helped me out a bit. Gave me some pointers and such. You know, I wish I hadn't noticed, so that I would have 3 Swiss points so I match into someone that's really good. And then I can win against them and make it to a thing. Unfortunately, my opponent dropping ruins my points. God dang. Yo, Total Tavern needs to do, like, it needs to handle cases where people drop. Because your opponent dropping screws you over. Then again, I could have just won 4 times in a row, but... Such is life. Matching against Wood Elves first is rough. Seems like I kind of got the I got the bare bones of Vampire counts at least. Collab with other content creators when? Honestly, it's hard to make work. There's not a lot of great like collaboration things to do. Like multiplayer is not very collab friendly. And co-op is kind of slow anyways. Or you never take monstrous infantry like crypt ghouls. Crypt horrors are the monstrous infantry, and I did indeed take them. Petition to change his cart's name to the Gorse cart. Just the Gorse cart. Wood Elf Stag Cavalry only multiplayer. I'll play as Orion. 3 units for days, only war. Deer army. Honestly, Wood Elf Cav is kind of hype. Why do you never take infantry with the horrors, I mean? I have zombies for them. I had zombies and Graveguard. Crypt ghouls are way better suited on like a sneaky flank. Another creator already did all deer. Is there a way I can twist it to my style? Is there something I can do there? Okay, so currently my opponent points, I believe, are abysmal. Let me double check. Oh, hey, you know, short stream today means I have more time to recuperate my energy or spend it all training for that Warcraft 3 tournament. Honestly, I'm so conflicted about that. On the one hand, it's very fun. On the other hand, it's draining my energy to do content. Like make videos and such. So... I don't know, man. Dang, we are low on the bracket. I have 3 opponent points. Bro, what, did Serica lose? God dang it, Serica lost. Alright, well, we're not making it to semis unless they do another round. When do you bring a Blood Dragon Lord? When you really want to kill a single entity and you don't think that they'll have an overwhelming air superiority. But if you really want to kill a single entity, usually on the ground, and you want to dumpster them, put them in the trash can in 10 seconds, Blood Dragon Lord is the way to go. You deck him out, and he'll like 3-shot most lords. It's crazy. Okay, maybe not 3-shot, but like close to it. Gosh dang it. Are there any types of videos that you are more excited to do than others? I'm mostly excited to do spam call. I'm mostly excited to do videos. Honestly, in terms of like what I like making the most, I like streaming the most. It's the most fun. But streaming doesn't really increase your viewers. You need to make videos to yeah, you need to make videos to get more viewers on your streams. So after streaming video series, I would love personally to just make a series on multiplayer stuff and builds and like faction guides. The problem with that is that that's gonna take me about an entire day's worth of effort to make it like highest quality, and the number of people caps at like, let's say 5,000 views currently, right? Maybe if I make the content, maybe if I make the video really good, right, it'll get more. But like expected value is like 5,000 views. Expected income from that is like $15 tops. And like a whole day to make that video, as much as I would love to do it, which is why I'm still going to post a couple of them every once in a while. It's, you know, I can't work for $15 a day, sadly. Highlight videos. Sometimes I do highlights for YouTube Shorts, if there's like a good clip I can steal. But yeah. What content would set you apart from other Warhammer content creators? So the thing that sets me apart is that I have a lot of micro ability. I'm really good at microing, and I play single player. And I don't really cheese campaigns because of it. So I have a very different playstyle for campaigns. And I'm also the biggest content creator when it comes to playing multiplayer. So unlike Terran, who primarily casts multiplayer, I'm constantly streaming this. And generally making it into videos too, like edited videos. I don't think anyone else is really turning their tournament runs into videos. So it's not bad. There's our opponent. Can we get the third win with vampire counts? If we win this, it means that we rose the vampire counts win rate. It's kind of funny. You can lower a faction's win rate by making it to semifinals and losing. It's kind of weird. If a faction gets to semifinals more often, you would expect it to get a lower win rate than if it just always gets like 3 wins, 1 loss and doesn't qualify. Unless you're Max Millionaire, then it goes 6-0 and then through the roof. Really, Nurgle? Oh god. I'm vampire counts. Yeah, so here's the problem. Here's the problem. I'm gonna die. Nurgle has some juice. They have some juice. Yeah, they got Mortis engines. They got everything. They have air game dominance, so he could go full sky build if he really wants to. I have a sick play though. I have a singular sick play that I think may actually just dumpster Nurgle here. Just win, shake my head. Yeah, no, that's the thing that I think a lot of people miss out on that we're gonna be doing this time. Let's see. Nurgle is spooky. I genuinely feel like this might have a chance, but it's gonna be sus. Yeah, Kugat. He's gonna have Kugat. He's gonna have rot flies, plague drones. He's gonna have everything that hurts to fight against. But what I shall have will be more powerful than anything you have ever seen in your entire lives. or it will die instantly. I haven't tried this build before. All right, you know what? Sure. Tease an army, I guess. Okay, wait. How do you actually kill plague drones here? So plague drones do delete cavalry. If they get surrounded by cavalry, it can go the way of the cavalry. You just need superior numbers, right? So maybe there's that. Maybe there's that. Excuse me. Jeez, I'm looking at this build. This build looks like it's gonna be garbage, but maybe my opponent doesn't bring the right army. What if my opponent brings garbage? That could actually change things up quite a bit, I think. Yeah, he might just bring garbage. You know, don't count him out. Don't count him out. He might just misplay. Crypt Ghouls beat Nurglings. That's pretty hype. Oh man, then there's like Plague Toad business and all that. Honestly, it's gonna be painful no matter what. I can't believe cavalry for counts is so slow, man. Why they? Black Knights at least have 78 speed. I guess that's something. All right, you know what? I'm ready up. We win or lose based on if he has the right tools to deal with us. Nurglings are flightless fellbats. Interesting way to think about it. They're actually quite similar in a lot of ways. Price, Vanguard, relatively hard to kill. Not a lot of damage. Holy crap. They actually are. They both crumble in a sense. Wow. Wow, you know, I might actually steal that one. Have you considered doing in-depth sweatpants reviews? I could only make one video about one pair of sweatpants that I got from like Costco. Or that my parents got from Costco like years ago. They just dumped like 20 of them on me and now I have an endless supply. So I know not what other sweatpants are. Have you ever gone to draw? I don't think so. Except Nurglings are cute, bats are loud. It is true. Nurglings are also plentiful. I really wish CA implemented the unit in a more interesting way. Nurglings should definitely take bonus damage from AoE magic. Because there's 7 of them. They should take 7 times the damage. What are they doing, man? What are they doing? And then just make them have like way higher stats, you know? Just make them attack way more often or something. I did see a draw before. I think it was one of my coaching replays where we saw a draw. Oh, by the way, this is the build. You guys like it? I call it the maybe kill Kugat squad. So I took Elsif, Potion of Strength, Double White King, alright, Vargal, Blood Knights. How's the draw even happen? Victory tickets tick at 1 per second. So if you switch this point at the perfect time, right? Let's say these points both get captured. And then you just alternate this point until one person needs half as many tickets as the other guy. And then they'll catch up and meet at the perfect time. Honestly, CA could fix that by just making it where the person that holds 2 points wins. But, you know. A draw is fine. That's not going to kill Kugat, not a chance. Nah, it's going to murder him. He's going to murder him. Totally, totally. If he doesn't have Kugat, I'll kill his normal lord. Oh, it's an Exalted Great Unclean One. Even better. I can kill an Exalted Great Unclean One. It's, what, 14,000 HP? It's like nothing, bro. It's nothing. Nothing. The more I say nothing. Ah, crap, he has Kaizek. I can kill Kaizek at least. See how much faster the Black Knights are there. So I can definitely take this far point pretty soon. That'll be nice. Capture point number 1 is here. Alright. So he doesn't have damage spells. He has a lot of Forsaken. I have a lot of cavalry. He's pulling away to safety. I can bully these guys at least. Let's beat up his axe-throwing horseman. Whoop. Only lost one doggo. It's fine. Alright. There we go. They have Strider. They'll be okay. Yeah, look at that uphill action. Didn't even work that well. Sad times. Whatever. I'm just gonna value trade him, man. Just gonna value trade him. This guy, he does have fleshy abundance. It's fine though. It's fine. This one unit of Forsaken doesn't know what's gonna hit him. The ginormous Squado Death. Some Marauders. Perfect for the Crypt Ghouls. Nice. And the Forsaken are dead. Let's go. And they're routed. Terror routed, hopefully. Before they can land too many attacks on the poor doggos. There we go. So that's going to deal with them. It's going to take them a hot second to take this point. This Lord's a little out of position. So if I can just make them... if I can just keep making them make misplays, we'll be fine. I can probably kill this core area while his Lord is here. I'm just going to ignore his Lord for a bit. There's no reason. There's no reason to fight his Lord right now. He may seem out of position. But no, he is going to murder my face. So there we go. There's a good murdering over there. Now we kill this pocket. With the cavalry. So he just has some Marauder great weapons and some Forsaken. That's not a big deal. Alternatively, his Lord is a little exposed right now. So I'm going to feign an attack here. Actually, wait, I do have a Mortis engine. I might as well just fight it. Might as well just fight that. That seems good enough. So here we go. Yeah, he's doubling back. But the Mortis is here. Now, can he save his Lord? Mortis engine away. Axe throwers, not a big deal. Yo, his Lord's so open right now, man. He's asking to get murdered for sure. Oh, absolutely, he's asking to get murdered. If I can even murder him. That has yet to be decided. Blood Knight charge on him, though. Should go pretty well. There we go. Let's just bog down Kaizek, get the Blood Knights. So there goes his physical resist. No physical resist for you. Elsif is pretty hyped for that. Lasts a tremendous amount of time. And holy crap. Holy crap. Are you kidding me? Like, he didn't play it perfectly, but like, what the crap? He got obliterated. Nice. Well, I'll just kill him then. I didn't even need to gaze him to gash him. He just died. That's a lot of damage, yeah. He did heal, though. Had him in Kugath. Maybe it could have been spicier. Who knows? Mortis Engine's doing great, though. It's having a dandy old time. I will be able to recapture this point very soon. There goes his Lord. Okay, I will say, he did hold out much longer than I thought he would. And the Mortis Engine is taking a little bit of damage. Jeez, he's still alive. What a mad lad. What an absolute mad lad. All right. Dodge it, Mortis Engine. This is why it's better than Gorst. It can dodge. Kaizek is now dead. Wondrous. And with the Mortis Engine alive and this point going my way, I think we're fine. I think he's a dead man. As long as the Mortis Engine recovers, and it absolutely should at this pace. There we go. Nice. Doggos. Doggos are doing a decent job chasing down this horseman. There's the recapture. Yeah, I think my opponent just kind of misplayed it in the end. He didn't play it perfectly. He left his Lord out to dry. Far too confident in his ability to stay alive against against my dudes. Mortis Engine's getting focused though.
With haste. Now.
Here we go. His skirmish cav are gonna be annoying. There's not that much I can do about them. But yeah, I think we're still good. Mortis Engine is cooking. Vargulf is in there. Can I chase off Kaizek? I don't think so. Kaizek probably makes it out alive. Okay, zombie cores chilling. Yeah, we still have a little bit of work to do. A few more knights to bring on in. As long as the Mortis Engine lives, there is no problem for me. Now, is he gonna bring back his lord? That would be hilarious because he has like no more units left to defend him. He should just die immediately if he does that.
One of your units has been
Cultists of
destroyed.
Nurgle coming on in. Let's beat him up. There you go. Yo, El Sif is such a good ability, man. Such a good ability. The physical resist reduction. Kind of hype for the Blood Knights. And the melee defense reduction. Wonder how that battlefield smells right now. It's still better than Nurgle versus Nurgle. Nothing is worse than Nurgle versus Nurgle. Alright, there we go. Solid.
Victory point.
So he does have a bunch of dudes on this flank side, but he's out of units, man. Sure, he has the Angels of Decay, but
Now. With haste.
honestly, if he started with the Angels of Decay, it would have been a little sus. Although I probably could have ran down his lord a little bit. The big question is, like, do Angels of Decay kill a Mortis Engine, or does it kite hard enough to be fine? That's... we shall not know this day. Because I brought nothing. I brought nothing for the Angels of Decay. You gotta take in all death heads and then just snipe the Mortis Engine. But then would I be able to capture the points? Would I be able to win the ground fight? Yeah, nah, he probably could have killed me. Yeah, alright. I think this build is really specialized to deal with the ground Nurgle.
Woeful tidings.
And even so, he's still kind of cooking.
Take it back.
I'll get some Blood Knights next. Okay, yeah, this thing's not dodging. Okay, so good to know. I'm surprised he didn't summon the angels earlier. I guess he was worried I would have flyers or something. I do barely keep that point alive. That's good. All right. Let's loop around. Would have been a completely different game. The no magic counts. I got Gaze of Nagash. I'll use it eventually. Yeah. It's true, it's true. The no magic. No magic gaming. No anti-air gaming. Alright. Great success. Teach him to go ground Nurgle. Air cheese for life. 80 wins unused. Oh, I got all my wins, huh? Yo, hype. I got all my wins of magic. Is that like, do I get an achievement? Do I get do I get a trophy or something? Does this kill Angels of Decay if I overcast it? Will it actually snipe entities? Because that would be mildly helpful. And it doesn't. Wow. Wow, the magic's even bad, too. Against the Angels. I guess it's not terrible for how expensive the unit is, but it's not the prettiest thing I've ever witnessed. All right, Varix, Rivas, here we go. If he brings back his lord, I got more gazes. We'll be fine. Get him, White Kings, beat him up. Imagine. At least my guys are on horses, so the Angels of Decay probably wouldn't have been able to delete me. You never know, though. You never know. Alright, Kaizek, your doom has come. You know what? I'll kill the Angels of Decay eventually. It'll work, it'll work. They'll lose entities now with this next shot. Huzzah!
I knew it.
Alright, you can kill them with, what, 60 wins of magic? That's efficiency right there. Well, there you go. Vampire counts. I did not play them optimally today. But I got 3-1. Probably not making it into Samai's, though we'll stick around a second to see how things actually pan out. You never know. Counts versus Nurgle. And the vampire counts win. Not a terrible win-loss rate, 75%. It was really just getting the wood elves off rip that just sucks. How is Gaze more meta than Nahek? It depends on the situation. Nahek is good for a long grind where you get 4 units to heal at a time. Gaze is really nice if you want to get a job done. I could have gazed his exalted great unclean one, but whatever. Mortis engine did okay. Kind of got sniped. His horsemen did not do very much, unfortunately. Oh, these ones did okay. The other ones not so much though. Zombie summons. Honestly, the thing is, I think this build just dies to a full air game, Nurgle. Unless you're able to capture all the points. But it's gonna be some pretty insane tradesies for Nurgle. I think Nurgle, you probably just want to always go full air game. Because I think it counters both vampire counts playstyles. Like if they go for air, you can probably still win. In 19 Fellbats. They would kill the Fellbats in uptrade. Let's see here. You know, Blood Knights are pretty hype. I like the Blood Knights. Blood Knights felt not bad. El Sif was fine. White Kings were eh. They're just there for a little bit of extra punch is all. Honestly, Kugath in his infantry though, you're right. Maximilianer is right. There's no way this would kill Kugath surrounded by infantry. I full surrounded him with Blood Knights, got the best engagement ever, and he still lived a pretty long time. You really do need like some Terrorgeists or something. You need the geese. Yeah, Vampire Counts Cavalry are really hard to deal with. Though Wood Elves are just fine against them, I find. Interesting. 1800 for the Red Duke on a horse. 70 melee attack. Yeah, so Elstef reduces your speed, your physical resist, and your melee defense. It's Vampire Counts Hunter of Champions. Alright, now we wait. Red Duke on a horse is just melee attack on a stick. Dude, 70 melee attack is pretty crazy. How's the melee attack look for other lords? Like if I put Manny on a horse. Also 70. Also 70. He doesn't have the hunting abilities though. Like the Red Duke. Normal vampire lord, blood dragon on not a dragon. He's way cheaper, man. He's way cheaper. Holy crap. Okay, maybe not that much cheaper because I gotta take this, but you can take Helm of Discord on him. Also has melee attack. Sword of Anti-Heroes. Heart piercing. Double your armor piercing damage. Honestly, this guy's pretty terrifying too. Elsif is like kind of cool for the slow, but it wasn't that useful here. How about Foot Gorse? I don't see any Fellbats. Yeah, no Fellbats. Honestly, very risky play, but taking any air against Nurgle, you just lose the money. Immediately, man. Yeah, so like, I think the most abusive Nurgle build against vampire counts, I'm pretty sure it looks something like this. Angels of Decay and 2 Plague Drones. You're gonna use these guys to snipe all the corpse carts and mortis engines. You can't really dodge against this. Then Then you go for Plague Bearers, I guess. Go for Plague Bearers. Go for Forsaken. Forsaken are slightly faster. Get places a little bit faster. Can help out. Or you could just do this and like Marauder Horsemen, because they're gonna be stuck on the ground, right? I guess like if vampire counts have to bring cavalry, let's say they have to bring cavalry, does that mean like one Rotting Rider just crushes it? But now I have no money. 3 Plague Drones and a Kugath. Okay, this is probably a bit excessive. Get 1 Angels of Decay, 2 of these guys in reserve. Bring in the normal Plague Drones, also in reserve. So you can definitely win the air game if you so choose to. Noxbringer against Counts. Mad lad. But yeah, you go for this. Get a decent amount of infantry. Get like, these guys will kill the cavalry, so you don't have to worry about that, I think. And then... honestly, it's already pretty done, right? Oh, Kugath's way overcooked. He just needs Pestilent Decay. Yeah, I think he really just needs Pestilent Decay. And then like these and Children of Nurgle. Although it's vampire counts, you probably just want a Fleshy Abundance Kugath. Because he's the backbreaker unit, right? He's the one that's going to finish the job against the counts. So that way you got a fairly cheap Kugath. You get some infantry to back him up. And suddenly they're dead. These guys heal. That's a big plus. Some Nurglings for capture weight. And yeah, alright. Yeah, I think this is very close. This is very close to roughly what you want to do against counts. So just shut down their air game entirely. Focus fire their horrors, their carts. And then it's over. And then it's totally over. Plague Ogres, they don't do that much against counts. Because you don't want to just get stuffed up, right? It's just take forever to kill their armies. But Kugath can secure a point almost on his own. He's a complete menace. Chaos army that's more than 20% demon. Crazy, I know. So, as it stands, my opponent points are still terrible. Really? Plague Ogres just to back up your lord against like a dragon or something? If Maximilianaire says Plague Ogres are spooky, I'll take a Plague Ogre. If he says they're good, they are definitely not bad. I guess I did run that Plague Ogre unit one time to back up Kugath, and it worked out pretty well. We're looking at 80 leadership bonus versus large, armor piercing to deal with Graveguard. Yeah, I could see it. Yeah, so we're hoping for my opponents to get as many points as they can. I think that it's impossible though. So I'm at the bottom of the barrel for opponent points. Because my opponent dropped. God dang it. It's rough. Don't start angels. Why not? What do you mean don't start angels? The angels are like crazy, man. Have you seen how hard these guys go? Let's see here. Angels of Decay are not... They have better melee stats than Plague Drones. Take a look at this. +9 over Plague Drones. Take Angels of Decay. It's like vampire counts, right? You get a... Here, I'll give them a... Blood Dragon Lord. Alright. Juiced up Blood Dragon Lord. Against 1 Angel of Decay. I don't even know if he wins this or not. He might. Let's see. Storm of Night and Terrorgeist. You might have missed the game that we cast. Where it was Nurgle versus vampire accounts. Storm of Night did not really do that well. Storm of Night did not do that well against the air Nurgle play. But here, let's just take a look. Unfortunately, he's not getting the charge, right? But it's still a Blood Dragon Lord. Let's take a look. You're telling me these guys have to fear anything? It's a Blood Dragon Lord, man. You're telling me if their Lord doesn't get the perfect engagement on these guys? Like, what? You think Storm of Night's gonna hurt them? I'm just gonna Fleshy Abundance these guys. Right? Like, a Storm of Night doesn't really change how one-sided it is. It's crazy. I'm still surprised at how well they're doing. Yeah, Angel's got so much value in that one game. So, yeah, more. And remember, this guy's like, he's decked out. I guess he didn't use his abilities. Like, still though, right? Like, I think that says enough. The Angels of Decay defend themselves just fine. They're really good. That's disturbing. Yeah. What if I make him if I do normal AI with all his abilities, he might be able to kill him. So Nurgle flyers still actually kind of suck. They're only really good at killing other flyers. It's a little weird. I guess they can also beat they can also like beat cavalry if they get the charge. It's a bigger issue with like getting them in the fight without them getting shot to pieces, you know? Holy crap, this is him with all of his abilities. So he's gonna neck himself. He's trying to live. This is a fully decked out Blood Dragon Lord. He has Helm of Discord. He has Sword of Anti-Heroes. I don't know if he popped all his abilities. Jeez, man. They already have 3,300 value. The unit's going to get you value no matter what, right? If you can just YOLO them at a Dragon Lord and they'll pay for themselves twice over, you can bet I'm gonna start with them, right? You got 4,000 value. This is without Fleshy Abundance or magic helping them. You got 4,200 value. Oh my god. Jeez. Also, yeah, Storm of Night's not bad, but these guys have enough HP to tank it. They'll be fine. Anyways, yeah, with one Fleshy Abundance, they would kill off the Lord there. Send them into Varagheist, send them into Fellbats. You know, the possibilities are endless. Yeah, so that's why Nurgle's good into vampire counts. Because this unit is a unit that you kind of have to shoot to death. It's a pretty easy unit to shoot to death. But yeah, 12 entities. CA really... So what CA needs to do to stop these like random hard counters? Just give vampire counts some magic that's good against 12 entity units. Give them something that's good there. Make them slightly worse against, like, you know, ranged factions. Or at least, you know, the likes of Empire and all that stuff. Dark Elves. But, like, the fact that magic can't even touch this unit is kind of crazy. Although, it's, you know, if there was magic that hard countered them, then they would get pushed out of the meta entirely. So honestly, there just needs to be some better counter spell tactics. I don't know. What does Cathay even do against this? Well, Cathay just kills them. Cathay just shoots Nurgle to death. That's fine. Cathay, they have here, let's take a look. Yeah, they just bring in some crossbows. If they charge your crossbows with their flies, charge them with your Jade Lancer, Onyx Crowman, it's like over, man. Have one cannon in reserve. What are they gonna do? Dodge with those slow drones? Noxbringer also dies to the cannon. Noxbringer does not like a cannon. Nor does it really like the cavalry. Oh god, crane gunners? Oh jeez, crane gunners destroy Nurgle, man. Crane gunner is gonna have a dumpster in them. Sure. Alright, anyways, top 4 is up. Top 4 is up. So, I'm pretty sure we're out of the tournament. Nice short tournament today. Yeah. 3 wins. Bottom of the Swiss points. This is a 3-way tie between Serika, Rowdy, and Berserk. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But such is life. These bigger tournaments, that's kind of how it ends up. Alrighty. Slow them down. Still discussing strats. Yeah, Cathay has lots of options. Anyways, I'll cast one. I'll do one coaching replay just to get it going and out of the way. It's been a while since I did a coaching. I don't feel bad about that tournament loss. Losing to Wood Elves as vampire accounts is fine. You know, we got dished some really bad matchups and we managed to win. So, honestly, I think we're goodies. They weren't played perfectly by my opponents. They absolutely are, you know, are ways to just shut down counts permanently with a bunch of other builds, but not too bad. Now, let's see here what we got. Which was the last one we cast? Battle replays. So the last one I cast was Tournament 43. So that's that one. All right. 5-minute Lord Throw. Replay. Oh, hell yeah. All right. This seems like a nice... This seems like it'll be a good one. Let's see here. So we'll just get that. Go over here. Go to replays. All right. There we go. Battle replays. 5-minute Lord Throw. Hopefully it doesn't desync. Any cool disaster campaigns in the pipeline? I want to finish editing the first one and then we'll... And then I do have like, I think 2 disaster campaigns that I can get to. 2 or 1 disaster campaigns that are around that I should be able to pick up. There's a Clan Angrund disaster campaign. Yeah. The Clan Angrund disaster campaign. I have a big backlog to work through. But here we go. So, welcome to the Disaster Battle Series, where we coach your multiplayer battles and give you some advice, tell you what you did wrong, tell you what you can do to win some matches. Now, this replay is called 5-minute, was it? 5-minute Lord Throw replay. So, should be pretty interesting. I assume he already knows what's up for his first mistake. So, Snickich is all the way over here. He's a very good Lord sniping tool. Maybe he kills the opponent's Lord. We'll see. Though this is definitely a risky position for him. I will say, Plague Claw catapults. You gotta be a little careful with them too. The only tools he really has to save it is Howling Warp Gale. But that's about it. And yeah, Green Knight's gonna come on in. Gonna bash into that Plague Claw. Probably route it off. Usually you want to have some Rat Ogres or some Clan Rat Spears camping nearby. And you want to keep your formation kind of surrounding your artillery. But you know, not a bad start. He actually gets a pretty decent volley on the Green Knight. That's pretty cool. What are these, teeth breakers? Are they magic damage? Oh, no wonder. All right, magic damage gets the net. You know what? Maybe it is a sick play. Maybe we're entirely wrong. Look at this. So he goes in for the teeth breaker play. shoots up Lewin. Snickage did not get sniped at the beginning, surprisingly enough. Lewin, does he have the ability to get missile resist? He doesn't. So his opponent gets pretty wrecked at the beginning. Oh, this is Falling Star. This is B6. He's actually a pretty good player too. I guess he wasn't expecting the teeth breakers. But yeah, Lewin just gets dumpstered. You know what? Pretty sick play. Pretty sick play. I don't think you can count on that all the time. Had he had missile resist on Lewin, it could have been a bit more sus, but you know, a play's still a play. Snickage is pretty good versus the Green Knight too. I think he doesn't have magic attacks, but high melee attack will do well. Good chasing off with the doggos too. Very nice escort. Honestly, you know what? No issues. No issues as it stands. Kills the damsel of life. Is this the whole game, or does Petonia still win this? It would be crazy if Petonia manages to win this game after. They just lost like 5,000 gold, man. They just lost like 5,000 gold. The Flensing Ruin drops. The Green Knight's dead. Damsel's on the run. Artillery crew even rallies. All right. So this should be unlosable now, right? Here's the thing, though. B6 is really good and has some very good cavalry micro. Grail Knights are coming on in. And Skaven's pretty bad at dealing with cavalry. Typically, if you want to kill cavalry, you're going to need Rat Ogres. You're going to need maybe a Warp Lightning Cannon. It's not the most meta thing. It's usually just Rat Ogres. And a bunch of Clan Rat Spears. As it stands, he doesn't really have that many options. Maybe the Poison Wing Globadiers if they can land a hit. Maybe Jezzails if you can keep them safe. But you can see the positioning's pretty rough, right? If I had to anticipate what Falling Star is looking at, he's probably looking at a big ol' swipe and wrap around to hit this artillery crew over here. Because realistically, you're gonna need at least 2 Rat Ogres to save your range units. A Flayer shows up. Gonna be trying to salvage the situation. Okay, Grail Knight's not really doing too well. They kind of got stuck on the Clan Rats. Another Cav unit's coming on in though. And now it's getting really sus, right? I'm sweating a bit for the Skaven because they have a terrible late game. They have a terrible late game. Over here we have, you know, Dogs on the Archers is pretty nice. Artillery's getting a lot of routes off. But does he have anything to kill the artillery? Well, you know, this is really good. Weeping Blade on the Grail Knights. Holy moly. All right. Yo, Falling Star is goofing up today, man. All right. All right. All right. Honestly, very short game. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that, okay. He said that this was not, this is just mostly a rattling gun ASMR game. Dude, B6 got flustered or something, man. That was brutal. Holy crap. He lost Lewin. He lost the Green Knight. He lost his Grail Knights with 44 value. Oh, God. Okay, now, if I had to judge, all right, I think you definitely need more anti-cav. I think this build gets dumpstered by cavalry. Elite cavalry can probably kill, but like Knights Errant spam would probably just run over this bad boy. 7k gold lead. How much value did those Rattling Gunners get? Nice. 2,900. Holy crap. Can I DM you on Discord for cool ideas or content? Sure, but no guarantee they'll actually do it. I'm happy to accept ideas, but I have tried many things, so it may just get turned down. Anyways, yeah, Skaven. It turns out if you airnet Lewin, flensing the Green Knight. Jeez, man. Did the Trebs do anything? Trebs didn't even do anything. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about the Trebs. Oh, there you go. That's a crazy game. Anyways, I'm gonna call it a day for today. Nice short stream. Today is my recovery week, so we're taking it nice and easy. Hope you guys had a good time. I'll see if I can get some editing done. And then that way I can continue another disaster campaign. Should be cool. For now, though. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'll see you tomorrow for probably another tournament stream. Should be good.